has some concerns, but Tyson, my message to you is don't worry, I'm going to put this guy to sleep. This is a Mike appetizer, and then you're next.
I already gave him his warning. Fight like your life depends on it, because it does.
It just pisses me off. And then
in the ever-evolving landscape of combat sports, few spectacles have captured the world's attention quite like the clash between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. What began as a curious blend of internet fame and boxing legend quickly turned into one of the most anticipated and, dare we say, absurd matchups in recent history.
The baddest man on the planet, Iron Mike Tyson, making his return to boxing this summer, and he's facing former YouTube star Jake Paul in Texas. Now, the whole thing is going to be streamed exclusively on Netflix. The fight is Tyson's second boxing match since 2005. He will be 58 years.
Jake Paul, the YouTuber turned self-proclaimed boxer, faced off against Mike Tyson, the once feared heavyweight champion who, despite his age, could still punch like a freight train. This documentary delves into the drama, the sarcasm, and the sheer improbability of this fight, examining how a social media star squared off against a boxing icon. Jake Paul,
Different date, same fate. I'm gonna knock out Jake Paul.
a name synonymous with viral stunts and questionable antics, managed to parlay his internet fame into a boxing career. With each new bout, Paul seemed to redefine what it meant to be a boxer, often prioritizing theatrics over technique. His rise was less about skill and more about spectacle. From boasting about his victories to engaging in pre-fight antics that made for excellent social media fodder, Jake Paul embodied the modern-day athlete, whose primary arena often lies outside the ring. Paul's training montages were a blend of motivational cliches and dramatic music intended to showcase his dedication. However, critics and fans alike often found these displays more amusing than impressive. And his training sessions included everything from intense weightlifting to over-the-top shadowboxing, all punctuated by a soundtrack designed to make viewers believe they were witnessing the birth of a boxing prodigy. Before Jake Paul set his sights on Mike Tyson, he had a notable bout against Mike Perry, another MMA fighter who had entered the boxing ring. This fight, while not as high profile as his matchup with Tyson, offered a glimpse into Paul's evolving boxing career. Jake Paul emerged victorious, but the fight was far from a testament to his technical prowess. Mike Perry, serving as an unwilling punching bag for much of the match, was outclassed by Paul's size and power. Despite landing a few left hooks, Perry's lack of defensive discipline was glaring. His hands were often down and his footwork was sluggish, making him an easy target for Paul. Paul's massive frame, reportedly weighing around 230 lbs at the time, was a significant advantage over Perry, who weighed in under the limit while Paul had to cut to 200 lbs. Paul's jab alone was enough to rock Perry, demonstrating the power disparity between the two. Perry's attempts to defend himself were ineffective. His low guard and limited mobility left him exposed. Paul's punches were not only faster but also heavier, highlighting his physical superiority. The fight showcased Jake Paul's ability to dominate an opponent through sheer size and power rather than refined skill. Perry's resistance was minimal, and the match became a display of Paul's strength rather than a contest of technical boxing ability.
Obviously, devastating news. I'm heartbroken, speechless, like gutted. We've been working so hard over here, everyone in this camp, and I just feel bad for everyone involved in this event, the whole undercard. This opportunity has been ripped from all of us, but I do value Mike's health first and foremost. Love that guy, I have so much respect for him, and I want Mike to be healthy. And he says he still is gonna knock me out, and I bought myself some time. So Mike is still talking shit over there. But Mike, if you want to do this, like you said, behind closed doors, behind the scenes, you've said you want to do this in Q4. You just need a little bit of time. So I'm ready whenever you are. This is too big of an opportunity. I think this fight's going to change the world, and I turn all my L's into W's. That's a motto I live by, and the universe makes no mistakes. So let's see what's in store. But sorry this didn't work out. To everyone, the fans, love you guys.
The announcement of Jake Paul's fight against Mike Tyson was a masterclass in dramatic irony. Paul, with the confidence of a man who had just discovered he was the best thing since sliced bread, announced his next opponent with an almost delusional level of self-assuredness. "I'm about to take on the baddest man on the planet," Paul declared, as if he were about to conquer a world of mythical beasts rather than face an aging but still formidable Tyson.
You spoke to Mike Tyson at all? Do you have any update you could offer us?
Yeah, no, he's doing good. He's back to training. He was concerned with me taking this fight. He's like, what is Jake thinking? This guy, Mike Perry's a killer. So he has some concerns, but Tyson, my message to you is don't worry, I'm gonna put this guy to sleep. This is a Mike appetizer, and then you're next.
Tyson, on the other hand, took a more measured approach. "I've been training," he said, with the calm demeanor of a man who knew exactly what was coming. "It's not about the years, it's about the experience and the power I've still got in me." Tyson's response was a blend of humility and confidence, a stark contrast to Paul's over-the-top bravado.
Day two, we're getting ready for you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
As the fight date approached, both fighters released their training montages, each more telling than the last. Jake Paul's videos were a carnival of overexertion. Scenes of him lifting heavy weights, executing elaborate boxing drills, and shouting motivational mantras filled the screen. It was as if Paul believed that sheer effort could substitute for actual skill. Tyson's training videos, by contrast, were a lesson in simplicity and efficiency. The footage showed Tyson working with a speed bag, hitting pads with precision, and demonstrating that while he may have been older, his techniques were as sharp as ever. Tyson didn't need elaborate theatrics. His training spoke for itself, showcasing a powerful combination of technique and raw strength. The pre-fight buildup was a spectacle in its own right. Jake Paul, ever the self-promoter, took every opportunity to trash-talk Tyson. Mike Tyson is past his prime. Paul proclaimed, as if the man who had once been the youngest heavyweight champion in history was now merely a footnote in boxing history. I'm here to show everyone that I'm the future of this sport. Tyson's retorts were both hilarious and biting. It's cute that Jake thinks he's the future, Tyson said with a smirk. But he's about to get a reality check. Tyson's responses were a mix of humor and humility, emphasizing his respect for the sport while making it clear that he wasn't going to be an easy opponent. When the night of the fight finally arrived, the atmosphere was electric. Fans from across the globe tuned in, eager to see if Paul's bravado could withstand the ferocity of a Tyson comeback. The anticipation was palpable, with every media outlet covering the event as if it were the most significant clash in boxing history. As the bell rang, Tyson's presence was immediately felt. He moved with a grace that belied his age, his punches landing with the kind of impact that made even the most optimistic Paul supporters question their choices. Tyson's style was a reminder of why he was once feared in the ring. Each punch was a testament to his enduring power and skill. Paul, in contrast, looked somewhat bewildered. For all his pre-fight bluster, his performance was a far cry from the spectacle he had promised. Tyson's punches were relentless, and it quickly became clear that Paul was outmatched. The fight unfolded as a dramatic display of Tyson's prowess versus Paul's overhyped expectations. Following the fight, Jake Paul's reaction was a spectacle unto itself. The once confident YouTuber was now a picture of frustration and disbelief. "Mike Tyson ruined my career," Paul exclaimed, as if Tyson's power was a personal affront rather than a well-deserved reality check. Paul's post-fight interviews were a mix of excuses and deflection. "I trained hard," he insisted, but Tyson was just too powerful. It wasn't fair. His attempts to spin the loss into a narrative of unfairness only added to the comedic nature of the aftermath. Tyson, meanwhile, took the victory in stride. Sometimes he said with a chuckle, "You need to realize that you're not as invincible as you think." Tyson's response was both gracious and pointed, offering a lesson in humility to his younger opponent. In the wake of the fight, Tyson's legacy was reinforced by a slew of professional opinions. Boxing experts and former fighters praised Tyson's continued dominance. Even now, Tyson's power is unmatched, one expert commented. "He's not just a relic of the past, he's a living testament to the fact that true greatness doesn't fade with age." Another boxing professional added, "Tyson's ability to deliver such force at his age is a marvel. It's a reminder that in boxing, experience and skill can often outmatch youthful exuberance." Jake Paul's fight against Mike Perry was an interesting prelude to his bout with Tyson. Paul's performance against Perry was characterized by his physical dominance. Perry, often described as a punching bag, struggled against Paul's size and power. Despite a few successful left hooks, Perry's inability to keep his hands up and his poor defensive skills made him an easy target. Paul's size advantage, reportedly weighing 230 lbs, was evident throughout the fight. His jabs and power punches rocked Perry, and even the first knockdown was more about Perry's balance than Paul's technical skill. The following knockdowns were a testament to Paul's superior strength and power. Perry's attempts to fight back were futile. Paul's size and speed made him a formidable opponent. Following this bout, Paul set his sights on Mike Tyson, declaring that he would knock out the boxing legend. Paul's confidence was palpable. "I'm going to be more powerful, faster, and have a better chin," Paul boasted. "Tyson is too old to keep up with me." Paul's predictions included a win against Tyson, and he also expressed interest in fighting Alex Pereira in the future. However, Paul's challenge to Pereira, a formidable UFC fighter, seemed unlikely given Pereira's skill and power. The clash between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson will be remembered as one of the more bizarre intersections of social media fame in boxing history. Paul's journey from YouTube to the ring was marked by a series of dramatic and often sarcastic moments, culminating in a fight against a legend who proved that age is no match for skill and power. Tyson's performance was a powerful reminder of his legendary status. Despite the years, his prowess in the ring remains a force to be reckoned with. For Jake Paul, the fight served as a harsh lesson in the realities of boxing. His bravado was met with a dose of reality, and his post-fight reflections offered a mix of excuses and newfound humility. As fans and analysts reflect on the spectacle, one thing is clear in the world of boxing: the past and present collide in ways that are both entertaining and enlightening. Whether Jake Paul will ever reach the heights he aspires to remains uncertain, but his foray into the world of professional boxing will undoubtedly be remembered for its drama, its sarcasm, and its unexpected outcomes. Thanks for watching this breakdown of Jake Paul's journey through the world of boxing and his dramatic encounter with Mike Tyson. If you enjoyed this analysis, be sure to subscribe for more content on the unpredictable and entertaining world of combat sports. See you in the next video.